There's a moment, right before the first cut, where the wood still belongs entirely to nature. It carries the memory of rain, of wind, of years spent reaching toward the sky. Every ring inside it marks time in a way no clock ever could. And in that moment, as it rests on the workbench, untouched, it is still wild. But then, something changes. A tool hums to life. And that's where craftsmanship begins. Today, we're not just shaping wood. We're stepping into the space where nature's story meets human intention. Where raw material becomes something meaningful, something lasting. At first glance, this piece might look ordinary. Rough edges. Uneven grain. A surface that hasn't yet revealed its potential. But if you look closely, really closely, you'll start to see hints of what it could become. There's a quiet design already hidden inside. The craftsman doesn't force it out. He discovers it. The first cut is always the boldest. Not because it's difficult, but because it's irreversible. Once the blade moves, there's no going back. And that's the beauty of it. Craftsmanship demands commitment. As the saw glides through the wood, something remarkable happens. The resistance gives way. The rough exterior begins to separate. And suddenly, the grain comes alive. Patterns emerge like flowing rivers. Lines curve and twist as if they've been waiting for this exact moment to be seen. This is where patience becomes more powerful than speed. Each pass of the tool reveals more than just shape, it reveals character. Some sections are dense and stubborn, refusing to yield easily. Others are softer, more forgiving. And learning how to work with both, that's the real skill. Because wood, like nature itself, doesn't respond well to force. It responds to understanding. As the shaping continues, the form starts to take direction. What once felt random now begins to feel intentional. Edges align. Surfaces flatten. Proportions start to make sense. But it's not perfect. And it's not supposed to be. Imperfections aren't flaws here, they're signatures. A knot in the grain. A slight variation in texture. These are reminders of where the wood came from, of the life it lived before this moment. Instead of removing them, the craftsman embraces them. Because true craftsmanship isn't about erasing nature. It's about honoring it. Now the transformation deepens. The tools become more precise. The movements more deliberate. What was once rough shaping turns into careful refinement. Every millimeter matters now. You can almost feel the shift, from power to precision. Sanding begins, and with it, a different kind of rhythm. Slower. Smoother. Almost meditative. The surface softens under each pass. Harsh lines fade away. The wood begins to respond differently, not resisting, but welcoming the process. And then, something subtle but powerful happens. The wood starts to glow. Not literally, but in a way that's unmistakable. The grain becomes richer. The texture more inviting. It's as if the wood is finally revealing its true self. This is the moment where craftsmanship and nature are no longer separate. They're working together. But the journey isn't finished yet. Because shaping and smoothing are only part of the story. Now comes the stage that defines the final identity, the finish. This is where choices matter most. The type of finish. The method of application. Even the timing between coats. Each decision influences how the piece will look, and how it will age. A finish doesn't just protect the wood. It tells the wood how to be seen. As the first layer is applied, the transformation becomes immediate. Colors deepen. Contrast sharpens. What was once subtle now stands out with clarity. It's like watching a photograph come into focus. And yet, the goal isn't to overpower the wood's natural beauty. It's to enhance it. To bring forward what was already there, waiting beneath the surface. Layer by layer, the piece evolves. Each coat adds depth. Each moment of drying adds anticipation. And slowly, patiently, the final form begins to settle into itself. By now, the difference is undeniable. What started as raw, unrefined material has become something intentional. Something designed. Something crafted. But here's the most important part. It's still nature. That hasn't changed. The grain still tells its story. The patterns still reflect years of growth. The essence of the wood remains untouched. Craftsmanship didn't replace nature. It revealed it. And that's what makes this process so powerful. Because in a world where everything moves fast, where things are often made without thought or care, this stands as a reminder of what happens when time, skill, and respect come together. This isn't just about making something. It's about understanding something. About seeing potential where others might see nothing. About taking the time to bring that potential into reality. And maybe, just maybe, it's also about reconnecting with something we've lost. The ability to slow down. To focus. To create with intention. As the final touches are completed, the piece rests once again on the workbench. But now, it's different. It's no longer just wood. It's a reflection of a process. A balance between nature and craftsmanship. A story told through texture, shape, and detail. And in that quiet moment, you can almost feel it. The journey from forest to form. From raw to refined. From nature to craftsmanship. If this transformation spoke to you, if you felt the process, not just saw it, then you're already part of this journey. Because craftsmanship isn't just something you watch. It's something you experience. And here, at Crafted Wood Studio, every piece carries that experience forward. So if you enjoyed this video, don't just scroll past. Take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Because every small action helps keep craftsmanship alive. And who knows, the next piece of wood you see might not just be wood anymore. It might be the beginning of something extraordinary.